What's good, YouTube land? We moved from a purple and black iguana to a black and purple insect. Takan! With Legacy Kickback. I could have grabbed the Prime RC, but I wanted this guy more. So, here is the box. Nice pictures of Kickback. And Kickback. And if you like this video, I might give you a little kickback. Hey, this picture, which is totally not kickback right there. Nope, not at all. And yeah. Now the figure isn't in the box, but what there is in the box is the receipt telling you how much money you could have saved if you weren't obsessed with this hobby. Or, God forbid, save it up for something. Yeah. If it's your hobby, you enjoy it however you want, despite what your bills and anyone else in your life might be saying. Anyway, let's talk about this new Kickback. And he is a bug, as it should be obvious. A grasshopper. I love that there's a reference to Kamen Rider 01 on the TF Wiki. A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick back. I love that. But yeah. This is a very mechanical grasshopper. In comparison, here's Kickback. The Titans return. Kickback. So you can just see just how much better we got it now. I don't want to say night and day, but the only thing these two share are a translucent chest piece. And the only benefit I can give this one, at least it opens for a Titan Master or a Diaclone driver. But let's get more comparisons. Here's Scrapnel from the Thrilling 30. And Combiner Wars Bombshell? I'm going to go with Bombshell. My previous review, Motorcycle Iguanas, just because I still have them on hand, Rat Trap, and I still can't remember her name. I should have looked it up. Anyway, he is very simple. I think I talked about it when he was revealed, but he is very simple. Like, there's almost none of the robot hidden. The only part that's hidden is the face, kind of. Which I didn't even realize this panel was a thing until I was playing with him for quite a bit. But, just because he's simple doesn't necessarily equal bad. Like, it's just, I think it's easier for a kid to pick up and play because there's no loose fiddly bits or like complicated things. Like just pick him up, hop him like he's a grasshopper, and then go, oh, now he's a robot. And if adult collectors want to complain, shut up. It's a franchise directed specifically at kids, but also heavily nostalgia bonery, but nostalgia-rific. And if you want complex, go third party. Like Hasbro's, go Masterpiece or go third party. Like mainline Transformers are never going to be super, super complex. Because I think more, I don't know what the percentages are, but there's somewhere like, I feel like parents are going to buy these for kids more than adult collectors are going to buy them for themselves. So they have to, garner more towards kids. That being said, he is bordering on almost too simple. I will give him that, but I like him. I like him. I like bugs. I like bugs that turn into robots. Betsy, do you turn into a robot? I still like you. And yes, I know spiders and bugs are different. I don't care. I'm going with it for the joke. But articulation-wise, we're not going to talk about much in this mode because pretty much everything, almost everything here is for the robot mode. The only things that are for the bug mode itself are these ball-jointed feet at the back. You could argue this hinge if you want some adjustability. But other than that, the only things you're not going to be using in robot mode are like the hinge for this leg, really. So we can talk accessories because that's one thing this guy has. One of the things this guy has over the Titan's Return. First off, he comes with his proper gun, electrothermic blah 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 gun, which has some nice purple paint. And I'm gonna let you leave your own hilarious comment on what you think the barrel looks like. I'm not gonna make a joke on it. I don't feel the need to. And you can store it if you plug it into that port right there. And now your grasshopper has a laser gun, which it can shoot while it's hopping, I guess. But if that's not enough accessories for you, you get a pair of swords, which we'll talk about robot mode placement when we get to that, but they're translucent purple blades. I don't know how well they're going to stand the test of time. You do have some options to store them or drop them in beast mode. You can attach them to the wings. They have clear plastic tabs too, which you can plug into holes on the wings. And I can understand sort of if people have complained about the wings looking too organic. Not that I agree with it, like, because nothing else on this, like, there's barely any organic bits on this beast mode, and 9 times out of 10, Kickback is known for sort of having mechanical wings. So, like, they do have some very nice molding to them, though, to give them that organic glass kind of look. Like segmented. Well, I don't know. The wings look cool. That's all I'm going to say. And so we plug the other one in. And there you have, you can plug them like that if you want them to look kind of blending in. Or you can plug them on top. If you want it sort of that kind of flavor of grape swords. I want that purple stuff. What does the box show? Oh, the box shows them the other way. So if you want them forward, if you want them the way the box shows, flowing with the wings but being reversed, you can do that. Or, my preferred way to store them in beast mode is, spoiler, sort of, they plug together. So they have quite a few ports and pegs. So you can plug them like this, which makes them inusable. Or, preferably, you can plug them like that, and they will actually go into his port right there, right on top of the gun, basically shoving it into his back, sort of, and into his taint to kind of mimic an actual grasshopper torso, which does kind of look cool. I like that. And maybe they're using that for a remold of this guy, because if I recall, people were saying they could easily do like the deluxe Insecticons out of this mold, and that sentence isn't going to make sense to anyone who isn't a Transformers fan. So I have to explain. The Insecticons were Diaclone toys, which were, Takara, Diaclone, like, became the main Transformers, but there was a different group of Insecticons that were from Bandai that Hasbro also took and marketed as the deluxe Insecticons, which were green and yellow, and I can't remember the characters' names. I just know that they exist. So maybe we can get a Gen Select of one of the deluxe Insecticons. But anyway, I guess we can talk more about the detail. I wanted to save it for robot mode because everything's over there. So yeah, actually, besides the hind legs having some nice detail, kind of minimal, but kind of gets the idea that they're pointy grasshopper legs. Yeah, we'll talk about everything else in robot mode. I mean, I have to transform quite a lot of bugs. So I'll be right back. What happened to my hair? And my beard? I'm bugging out. Anyway, let's transform this guy. That was horrible. So you do need to remove the gun. You don't have to remove this, but I'm going to. And let's start at the legs. So just unlock the knee, fold in the ankle, fold that up to form the back of the leg, and fold down the foot. And that's a leg, all done. Fold, fold. There's two legs. And to form the arms, you can flip that panel down, collapse that, straighten. Again, not very complicated. Hold down, straighten. Rotate these up and out of the way, and rotate the face, and just lower that panel. And there you have Kickback in his robot mode. And yeah, not the most complex toy in the world, but I feel like he sacrifices complexity for just how freaking tall he is for a deluxe. Like, who do I don't have any deluxes near me. I should have thought of this ahead of time. But here's Legends class Kickback. Yeah. He's basically as tall as one of Kickback's wings. And since we're doing size comparisons, Scrapnel, Bombshell, Iguanus. Where the fuck is Rat Trap? And Vertebrake. I finally remembered her name. So, mind all the comments I'm probably not going to get about it. So, yeah. What's there to say about? Well, I guess I should talk about the robot mode because I didn't talk about any of the details in the bug mode. Very nice, very cartoon accurate, pretty much to a fault. Like, I do wish those legs either like disappeared somehow into the forearm because they're kind of just always right there. And while yes, it does look like you could open up his chest panel, there are specific tabs in place to prevent that. If you want to break those tabs, you can open it up to reveal absolutely nothing, which people have done. And boy, oh boy, like, he is a thirsty skyscraper. Like, freaking so much of his height is just wing. Like I feel, what was it? Skids. While a bit tall, bit shorter, he had a bit more complexity going on, and I feel like that's trying to find a perfect balance is hard nowadays. Anyway, I really like his head. The red visor, sunglasses is a very nice detail. It's nice to have Kickback's head in a size that I can actually get my fingers around, as opposed to the microscopic head of my. What else? There's some nice but kind of minimal molded in detail, which I appreciate. After the War for Cybertron trilogy's obsession with way too much detail, there's a nice, scaling back. It's not too much, but it's more than a little. That's constantly going to look like a face on his crotch to me, though. He got some nice red and yellow on his shins. And, there's not really much else to him. He's very clean on the back, though. I like that a lot. There's not much in the way of kibble. Even the wings are borderline because they're part of his iconic look. But other than that, he's very clean. Very nice. He does have weapon ports on the bottoms of his feet. One on each shin, on the shoulder, and the forearm. So he's ready to get all fossilized, if you wish. Or weaponized, or whatever you want to do with him. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. Very nice range of motion. I should mention the antenna are soft-ish plastic. So they do have a tendency to get deformed slightly. But I won't. I'm gonna move the wings down so I get a good shot of his head. Try for a thumbnail here. Let's move him. Yeah, let's just get a thumbnail like that. Right. So yeah, full rotation, a little bit up and down, a little bit side to side. Shoulders, full universal motion. Go out that far, all the way. You do get a double bend at the elbow, which is nice, but it does reveal the hollowness. And you don't really need this second joint because you get way more than enough elbow bend with just the bottom one. So, very nice. You do get a bicep swivel. Right there, cut. No wrist swivel. I really feel like they could have put in a wrist swivel. Like, it looks like there's enough plastic there that you could give him a wrist swivel and still have that transformation. So I wish they'd done that. But hey, I'm not a toy designer. I'm just some loser on YouTube who's been doing this for way too long. and knows nothing about toys other than I like to buy them. The waist is the biggest thing I think that was missing on the Titans Return figure. He finally has a proper waist. I guess this guy sacrificed his waist for the opening chest gimmick. Hips, universal motion. Good forward, very nice backwards. You get the full splits, even beyond the full slightly. Suck on that, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You do get a thigh. What is a thigh if not the bicep of the leg? Where you do get a thigh swivel on a mushroom peg, 90-degree knee bend, and you get mostly for transformation, but you can get somewhat of a toe bend and a very nice, where is it? Ankle pivot. That's actually smartly cut to avoid any of the clashing parts. So, articulation-wise, yep, he's pretty much got the full modern package. Nothing's hindered. Nothing exceptional, but very solid. Everything feels good to move. Nothing goes too tight. The ball jointed neck might be a bit loose for some people, but if somebody wanted, they could tighten it up. And basically, that's pretty much it for the bot mode. You can point the wings forward as pseudo accessory guns if you want a weapon mode. But I think he has enough weapons on his own. So, first off, the gun, yes, can in fact fit in his hand and look all right at that. Maybe it shoots bug spray. Wait, he wouldn't want to shoot bug spray. He is a bug. Maybe it shoots something that attracts bugs. The opposite of bug spray. Some kind of... No, it's not a pheromone gun. It's a Electrum something or other rifle. Electrum BS rifle. Random laser gun. That definitely doesn't look like a purple rocket. Nope. With a Tommy gun-esque magazine clip. That's kind of a nice little sort of Easter egg there. And of course, we have his big purple blades. I know the answer, but when will can Blade be in the MCU, please? Can we have I don't think Wesley Snipes will ever do it again, but if you want to make him look really stupid, you can give him Energon skis. Like, I don't know why you would, because he can't really stand like this, but he's got skis now. Suck on that, Snowcat. You can plug him in, I guess, forward as sort of guns, because pointing him down or up makes him unable to stand. So you can do that. The port on the back still works. So if you want to store the gun, you can definitely do that. And the most common positions are either in his hands or on his forearm, Megatron-esque, or I guess on basically the shoulders, for something like that. My general, what I like to do, preferred way of displaying them is with the gigantic combined sword. Thankfully, the joints are strong enough to actually hold it up without him collapsing under the weight of it. And I tend to... Oh, there went the wrist. Make me eat my words. Gun and the sword. Long range, short range. So, yeah. Uh, fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the other hand. Because I don't really want to eat my words. They don't really taste that good. So, yeah. Final thoughts. I would recommend this guy. If you're a fan of the Insecticons, he's a very solid deluxe. He doesn't bring any surprises, but I still think he's solid for what you're getting. And this is one of the few times where I don't really feel like removing this guy from my shelf, because the thing with the Insecticons is, as with most insects, they appear in swarms. So like they appeared in swarms in the cartoon. So I can completely justify in my head owning two of the same character because they appeared as a swarm. They appeared in the hundreds. You don't know which one's the actual one. And yes, that is enough to justify in my head buying multiple of the same character. I should really buy the Fall of Cybertron Kickback as well, because that was a fun game. This guy makes me happy and makes me look forward to deluxe versions of the other two, Scrapnel and Bombshell. And when we do get Bombshell, I really hope, although they probably won't do it, but I can hope that they do Bombshell's cartoon accurate reverse chest, because he goes from, I don't know if it's down to animation error or what, but he goes from a purple bug mode to like a gray chested robot mode. And the only one of him I've seen do that was, I think, Fans Toys, where they did the purple chest. You could remove it for the gray chest. And I kind of want to see Hasbro do that somehow. But again, like I said, they're probably just going to stick to the purple chest. And then, who knows, maybe do a lame cash-in of a gray-chested Bombshell for a Gen Selects. Because freaking Hasbro was obsessed with the Gen Selects. I still have no desire to get either Artfire or like the red Diaclone version of Hoist, whatever its name was. So, I am looking for more Legacy, because we're only 3 toys into the toy line, and it is very solid so far, which was probably very easy to come across when we took a look at the toy line back in November, like the pre-release images. Yeah, I would say get yourself a Kickback. And, where there is light, there will always be bug-themed men in armor riding motorcycles and kicking a lot. That's the basis of all Kamen Rider, right? And which Kamen Rider would this guy be? He's definitely one of the Dark Riders. I'm thinking G4, Grasshopper, maybe another Agito. I don't know. Anyway, I've been rambling way too long. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, keep it weird. I wanted to come up with another Kamen Rider reference, but bye.